Good morning. Welcome back to the next session of Green Building course. So we have been started with module number 4, that is Green Building ratings. So in the last two sessions, I have been discussed what exactly that is green building ratings or the definition of green building ratings and the principles and so on. And in the last session, I have been started with various green building ratings or various certification system or green building rating systems. So in that I have been discussed the first one, that is BREEAM, Building Research Establishment Environment Assessment Method. So this system is majorly followed by UK or United Kingdom, and they have got separate type of standards or rating systems for a particular building, and they got a separate categories and also the corresponding certification system. So they follow certain certification system or categories, or I can say attributes. So next we have been started with the most popularly used in most of the countries is LEED, that is Leadership in Energy and Environment Design. So this was developed by US Green Building Council, and they have also got the separate types of standards or settings or certification systems, categories and so on. And later on we have been learned regarding the Green Star, the one more certification system which was developed by the South African Green Building Council, and this Green Star has been evolved from AGBC, that is Australian Green Building Council. So they have made an organization. So from that Australian Green Building Council, they have been put this, some certain conditions, and they have been developed the South African, the Green Building Council, that is Green Star certification system. And all these three certification system globally they will be using these certification systems. And moving on to the next certification, as I mentioned in this session, mainly I am going to talk the green building rating system followed in Indian context. With respect to Indian context, what are the various certification system followed in India? I will start with the first one, that is coming to the various rating system. So in the yesterday class I have been discussed the three rating system. So now I will talk with respect to Indian context. Number 4, LEED in India. LEED in India. Okay. So I will talk with respect to Indian context. So this LEED has came into existence in 2011. It was established in 2011. So how this LEED has came into picture, I will tell you the small history behind this. See, basically in India, we follow Indian Green Building Rating System. That is IGBC have developed the rating system. Even today, this is the popularly used rating system in India. So how this LEED came into India? So basically this IGBC has started this rating system, that is IGBC rating system in 2001, but this LEED has been started in 2011. Actually this thought has came into mind to the Confederation of Indian Industry, to the Godrej company in the Hyderabad. So this thought they have been came, they have been went with the certification system from US Green Building Council for LEED certification in 2003 for a built up area of 20,000 square feet building, a corporate building. So they went with the certification system. So they obtained platinum certification. So later on the Godrej company have been thought, why can't we adopt LEED certification also in India? So this gave a momentum or kickstart to the LEED, and later on in India the LEED has been developed. So that's why this LEED is also called LEED 2011. LEED 2011. Okay. So this is a small history behind how exactly the LEED has came to India. Okay. So let us know some introductory part about LEED. Okay. What exactly LEED and all. Okay. And later on we will come to the certification system followed by India in terms of LEED or categories or certifications. Okay. So basically what I told, it is a leading green building project, and performance management system. Performance management system. So basically LEED 2011 is the world leading green building project. That means the most of the certification that is going to happen for a green building in terms of LEED. And the performance management, that means the building performance will be evaluated throughout its life cycle in terms of LEED. Okay. Next, it develops a comprehensive framework. That means the LEED 2011 develops a comprehensive framework for green building design, construction, operation and maintenance. So it develops a framework. That means it has got a certain boundary. That means the LEED 2011 has developed a boundary or a framework, what has to be done and what need to be done. That means how I need to go ahead with the evaluation. That means a green building design, construction, operation and maintenance. Here also I think in last session I have been told we are going to evaluate the green building, okay, in terms of or from the inception point, that is from the planning part or the design part till its complete life cycle. I can say till its demolition or I can say maintenance. Is it clear? Next, what is the intent of LEED 2011? The intent of LEED 2011 is, what is the intention or intent of LEED 2011 is to assist, okay, what I can say, the creation of, to assist in the creation of high performance, durable, okay, high performance, durable, healthful, affordable, and environmentally sound, commercial and industrial buildings. Okay. So this is the intent of LEED 2011. That is to assist in the creation of high performance, durable, healthful, affordable and environmentally sound. So these are the things which I am going to look, okay, with respect to the LEED 2011, okay, for commercial and industrial buildings while doing the assessment. This is what the intent to develop in the case of green building. So now moving on to the next. So after coming to know about this, what are the attributes or categories which I am going to look in terms of LEED 2011? Just like in the BREEAM, Green Star or LEED from USGBC, they got a separate categories. Okay, here also in LEED in India, okay, what are the categories or attributes I am going to look? Attributes are categories. So the first attribute which I am going to look while evaluating or certifying the green building is number 1, sustainable site. Sustainable site. Okay. So that means the selection of site is also very important. The selection of site is also very important. For example, I need to select a site in such a way that I need to preserve the flora, the fauna, the trees, okay, and also I should retain the soil, the top layer of a soil, which is very preservative, okay, for development of all these buildings. That means I need to preserve the periphery of a natural resource which is surrounding the layout or site as far as possible. The rocks available, all those things. So then only I can create a sustainable sites or sustainable environment. So it's the first aspect, keeping the top soil or selecting the type of soil, okay, the flora and fauna of the periphery of the building. Is it clear? The resources, the flora and fauna. So all these things are very important while selecting the site for construction of green building. Next, number 2, water efficiency. Water efficiency. So coming to the water efficiency, how best you can preserve the water, how best you can utilize the water. So that is water thing, which means water efficiency. How best you can preserve the water and how best you can effectively use the water. So that is what water efficiency. You know that water is one of the most consumable material in the earth, the topmost consumable material. Okay, how effectively you are going to preserve those? How effectively you are going to preserve those water or preserve the water? So that is very, very, very important. It is called water efficiency. So what is the provision you have been made? Okay, for example, I will quote you this thing. Anyway, you are going to read this concept in the next module. Rainwater harvesting. See, I will tell you so many case studies. In Bangalore, one of the person, he never utilized or rely on the public tap water. He never used or depended upon the public water. He has been accommodated in such a way that he have made a provision in such a way that he used to collect the rainwater, treat it properly, that means filter it properly and store it in the sump or in the water tank so that he can effectively use throughout the year. Because why throughout the year? Because you can expect the rain. For example, June, July, August is the rainy season. You need to preserve this water for another 1 year or another till, I can say till next May, till the rain comes. So that is what the effective water management system. Okay, collecting the rainwater and then filter it and then use it. So this is the way effectively. And not only that, and how best you can preserve it or efficiently use it. That means simply wasting the water for washing purpose and so many things are, okay, it is not effectively utilized. So that is what effectively utilization of what is one of the category or attribute we are going to look in while doing the assessment. Okay. Next, energy and atmosphere. Energy and atmosphere. So this is the next attribute, okay, how exactly you are going to preserve or utilize the energy and how exactly will be the surrounding environment. So that is the another category which I am going to look while doing the assessment. Energy, bringing down the energy level, utilizing the proper, okay, the energy level. So that is very, very important. Next, materials and resources. Materials and resources. So materials and resources means whatever the resources available naturally, utilize those so that you can bring down the energy level. For example, if I want to make a brick, a material for construction, if I select a soil nearby locality and make the brick, and if I go with the construction, automatically the cost will be reduced and resources will be preserved. If the same brick, if I am going to use more amount of cement, which will be procured from somewhere, if all those transportation will be involved, so automatically the cost will be more, energy level will be imparted will be more, automatically it will not become so, resourceful or something. Okay, so that's why proper selection of material is also very important. We need to select a materials and resources in such a way that there will be less carbon emission from that material, less carbon emissions. Whichever the material which has got less emission, that material we need to select. So that we can do it from, utilizing the waste, utilizing the available waste, so that we can create the bricks. Is it clear? So this is one of the small example I took. Like that, so many materials will come. Did you get my point? So proper utilization of eco-friendly material and proper utilization of resources is very, very, very important, in order to meet the green building aspects. Next, indoor environmental quality. Indoor environment quality. This I think I was keep on saying this. In the other three rating system also have been specified. So how exactly the internal environment, that means inside the building, how I need to create the atmospheric conditions or this room conditions. I need to create in such a way that, for example, I will take one example. If it is a too hot outside the building, if it is a too hot summer condition, I need to create an environment or indoor environmental quality in such a way that I should not feel any heat. If I feel heat, I am going to switch on the fan, I am going to switch on the AC. Automatically it will reduce it will increase energy level. More amount of carbon emissions will be there. Did you get my point? So what I want to say here is, try to create a very good indoor environmental quality so that it will be better for occupants and also for health and well-being. Is it clear? So that is what indoor environmental quality, a fresh air, a good sunlight. So that is very important. We need to make a provision that good air and good sunlight should enter inside the building. Next, innovation in design. Innovation in design. So what innovation you have been made in your building so that effectively you can ascertain this green building. For example, waste management. What best way you can manage the waste generated from the building, or how effectively you are going to manage those waste. For example, hope you know that I already been told, in the houses we will generate solid waste, kitchen waste, bathroom, so many waste will be developed. So how effectively you are going to handle these waste. So that is very important. That is what, like that, this is one innovation I can say. Like that, orientation of building in such a way that, for example, if you have constructed the green building, in summer season, you can trap those heat coming inside the building so that you won't feel any heat inside the building. And next, likewise, during the winter or rainy season, you need to okay, trap those heat, okay, first it will be resisting the heat and later on it will be trapping the heat. That means collection of heat. So during the rainy season, we require heat inside the building. So what I am going to do, I am going to collect those heat and later on I am going to utilize those inside the building. So like this, if you are going to manipulate the innovative things in the design, you can attain the green building environment or green building aspects. Is it clear? That is what, this is some innovation I have been told. Like that, you can do any innovation in order to meet the green building aspects. Is it clear? Next, the last one, regional priority. The seventh one, regional priority. So these are the 7 attributes or categories which I am going to look, okay, in order to certify the green building as per LEED 2011 in India. I think the LEED of USGBC and LEED of India almost same. It is almost same. The same categories or same attributes which was developed by USGBC or LEED in USA will be followed in India also. Is it clear? Okay. So these are the 7 attributes. So based on these 7 attributes, now if I come to the certification system, okay, or certification ratings or certification systems, certifications. So I am going to certify the building as the basic level, pass in other system. Here I am going to call it as certified. The basic level is certified. If I am going to attain 40 to 49 points, if I am going to attain 40 to 49 points, okay, that means the summation of all the 7 categories, the summation of all the 7 categories, if I am going to get between 40 to 49 points, then that green building will be told as certified green building. Next, if I get a point of 50 to 59, if I get a point of 50 to 59, then the certification level will be silver. You are going to get a silver certification system, silver certification. Likewise, if it is 60 to 79, then it will be gold rated green building, gold rated green building. If it is more than 80, I can say, then automatically it will be platinum rated green building, platinum rated green building. So like this, I am going to certify the green buildings in terms of LEED 2011 or LEED India. And these are the categories which I am going to look, and these are the certification system. That means the summation of 40 to 49 will be certified. The summation of all the 7, 50 to 59 if I am going to obtain, then it will be silver, 60 to 79 gold, above 80 it will be platinum, or 80 is platinum. So I think I have been told in the beginning of the class or the session, that is the Godrej building, the corporate building has obtained 80 points from a LEED US Green Building Council in 2003. That means the summation of all these 7 has attained more than 80 points. Platinum rated system that has been obtained. So this is a small thing, okay, the brief about how exactly the LEED certification will be done in India. Okay, the main agenda is we need to create the sustainable environment with a perspective of India. Because we consume so many things, we use so many things from the nature, but we need to give something good to the nature. So that is what the aspects of green building. We need to give something good to the nature. Only, taking from the nature is not important. Giving to the nature or giving back to the nature is also very important. So this is about LEED certification followed in India. Now we will move on to the another rating system which will be very much used in India. The another rating system which I am going to use in India is Griha. The fifth one is Griha. Griha means, okay, green rated for integrated habitat assessment. Integrated habitat assessment, Griha. Okay, so this is also one of the rating system followed in some parts of India, Griha certification system. Okay, next to the IGBC, or I can say LEED. Okay, so this Griha word came from a Sanskrit word. It is actually the Sanskrit word Griha, which means adobe. Adobe means it is one of the material made up of mud. I can say the bricks. The mud bricks, okay, without burning. That means exposing, okay, the brick to the sun, drying it and using it. That is what adobe. I think in material part you have been learned this. Okay, so from this Sanskrit word, this Griha name has been picked. Okay, next. So there will be so many features or basic features of Griha. Okay, the basic features. So what are the features of Griha in which I am going to carry out the certification system? What are the basic features which I am going to look in the building so that I can certify in terms of Griha? The first one is pre-construction stage. Pre-construction stage. That means before going ahead with construction, what are the pre-construction stages which I am going to look in order to certify the building as per Griha? That is, first one, type of soil. What is the type of soil which is available? The type of land, flora and fauna. What will be the flora and fauna that will be available so that whether I can preserve it for the betterment of the, okay, environmental quality. Okay, flora and fauna. Okay, and where the property is located. So all these things are very important. Okay, where the property means whether it will be surrounded with the green aspects or trees, plants and all. Okay, what is the type of a land, whether there is available of more amount of natural materials so that I can utilize those materials without damaging the environment. Next, what is the condition of soil which is available on the site? Okay, so all these things I need to look, because the Griha rating system will also say sustainable site selections. So for the sustainable site selection, so this is very, very important. Next, so after the pre-construction, the next thing will be building planning and construction stage. Building planning and construction stage. Building planning and construction stage. So coming to this, so building planning. So first thing is resource demand. What is the resource that is available? Okay, resource demand, that is first thing. Next, resource utilization. Resource utilization, that was I have been told, whatever the resources that is available within the periphery or locally available, so try to utilize those. Try to utilize those without creating any harm to the environment. So that is what effective utilization of resource. Okay, that is what resource utilization efficiency, that is also called. Next, resource recovery. Resource recovery, that means whether I can recover the material without damaging, and reuse. Try to go ahead with reuse. So this is one of the 3R which I always say in order to create the sustainable environment. Okay, that is recycle, reuse and reduce. That means recycle the waste, reuse the waste, and whatever the reused waste, try to reduce the generation of waste. That is what? Recycle, reuse and reduce. 3R principles. Did you get my point? If it is regenerated, if I want to regenerate it, then I need to again go to the recycle. It is something like a life cycle. That means what I can say, it will come back to the initial position. Okay. So that is what the principle I am going to follow here also. Next, the provision for occupants. Provision for occupants, health and well-being. So once again it has came, health and well-being. So that means what is the provisions you are going to create for occupants so that the health and well-being of occupants will be improved or better, I can say. Okay. So this is about the building planning and construction stage. Next, likewise, the one more stage, as I stated, building operation and maintenance stage. Building operation and maintenance stage. So this is the one more stage. As I stated, I have been started with planning phase. Later on I went with the construction, and not only that, means the green building evaluation will not stop if you plan it properly, if you use the good materials, eco-friendly material, there it will not stop. How effectively you are operating the green building, how effectively you are maintaining the green building, that is very important. That is very important. Did you get my point? So that is what? Operation and maintenance stage. For example, during the summer season, you need to trap those heat without getting enter into the building. If you allow that heat enter into the building during summer, automatically, you will feel heat inside the building, you will switch on the fan, you will switch on the ACs. So what I need to do with respect to green building, I need to try to trap those heat without entering the building, so that I need not to switch on the fan or AC. That is a very good orientation I need to do. Likewise, during the winter, the opposite. I should not allow the chilled weather to come inside, so that I can retain the heat during the morning, trap those heat by creating a cavity wall. I hope you are being read in the module number 2. The cavity wall, that is rat trap bonding. The rat trap bonding is the best construction technology you can adopt. By creating a cavity, more number of advantages you are going to get. One thing, you can trap those heat, you can trap those chill weather, you can create a thermal insulating wall. All these advantages you can attain from this rat trap bond or cavity wall. So this is one of the green building construction technology one can go. So this is the way we can operate and maintaining the waste, how effectively you are maintaining, and the lights, the fans, the switches, everything, so that you can bring down the energy level of the green building. Did you get my point? This is what building operation and maintenance stage. So now, with knowing these basic features, now let me see what are the attributes, or I can say the categories which I am going to look in order to certify the building or green building as per Griha. Coming with the categories once again. Categories. Let me start with the first one. The first category which I am going to look as per Griha, the same thing, sustainable site planning. Just a small change in the name. In lead it was sustainable site, now it is sustainable site planning. I hope I have been already explained what is exactly sustainable site planning. Next, construction management. Construction management. This is the second category as per Griha. That means, how best you have been utilized the construction material or eco-friendly material, and how best you have created or constructed the green building in order to meet the sustainable environment or green environment. Next, the third one, energy efficiency. Energy efficiency. So this is the next category, how effectively you are balancing the energy level inside the building or in the green building. That is called energy efficiency. Utilizing the solar energy into the electric energy, that is the best utilization of energy. Okay. Next, occupants comfort. Occupants comfort. So this is the next category which I am going to look with respect to Griha. Okay, occupants comfort. Next, water management. Water management. So this is the next category which I am going to look. Water management. How effectively? There it was water efficiency, here water management. Next, solid waste management. Here they have been given a separate prominence or importance to the waste management. Okay. So solid waste management. How best you can manage those waste generated from the green building. As I told, from the kitchen the waste will be generated, bathroom the waste will be generated, from your house it will be generated. Okay, how best you can manage those solid waste. Okay. Next, the seventh one, sustainable building. Okay, construction. Sustainable building construction. Okay, that means creating or using the one and the same, that is management and the construction, using the materials, how best you are utilizing the aspects, all those things. Next, life cycle costing. Life cycle costing. Life cycle costing. So this is the one more category which I am going to look with respect to the Griha rating. Next, socio-economic strategies. Socio-economic strategies. Okay, so these are the various categories which I am going to look in order to rate the Griha. Here, the quite interesting thing is, okay, coming to the certification system. So certification system, if I go ahead with the certification system or Griha rating, I can say Griha ratings. Griha ratings. Okay. So coming to the Griha ratings, okay, first if I get 25 to 40 points, 25 to 40, this is the basic level in the Griha, then I can say single star. Here they are going to represent or certify the green building as per Griha in terms of stars. Single star, 25 to 40, single star. Next, 41 to 55, 41 to 55, 2 stars. 41 to 55, 2 stars. Next, 55 to 70, 3 stars. 55 to 70, 3 stars. Next, 71 to 85, 4 stars. Next, 85 and more, almost I can say up to 100, then I can say 5 stars. So like this, I am going to rate the green building. Here, this will be the basic level and this will be the topmost priority level. Okay, 25 to 40 single star and likewise 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, 5 star. Now, if I sum up all these things, I need to get this 100 points. So like here, they have been given each category some points. If I start with the first one I have been nomenclated with 12 points. The total of, that means in sustainable site planning, We have also got subheadings, 3 subheadings. Okay, so totally it will be 12 points from the sustainable site planning. If you plan sustainably the sites, then you will get 12 points. Likewise, next, construction management, 4 points. Okay, next, energy efficiency, you can see 18 points. How best you can utilize energy, 18 points. Okay, next, occupants comfort, once again 12 points. Okay, next, water management, 16 points. Okay, next, solid waste management, 6 points. Next, sustainable building, once again 12 points. Okay, next, life cycle costing, I can say 5 points. Okay, socio-economic strategies, okay, once again it has got another 5 points. So totally, if you sum up all these things, you will get 100 points. Okay, so like this, and you can see one interesting thing here. Please observe here. See, during the inception 12 points, during the construction just 4 points, and during the maintenance you can see how the points has been increased. That's what I told. From the planning stage or during the construction stage, your green building rating will not end. How best or effectively you are going to utilize the building, that is also very important. That's why you can see in the energy management, occupant comfort, water management, okay, in all these things you can see they have been given more points. Is it clear? So if you're going to sum up all these things, this is the maximum points. Okay, if you go to arrive with these in between these points, so then you will get the particular rating system. Okay, so this is about the GRIHA, that is green rating for integrated habitat assessment. Hope the concept has been clarified. So next, this is actually that is there in your syllabus. Now I will tell you the one more certification system that is most popularly and widely used in India. Okay, most popularly and widely used in India. Okay, that is the next certification level is IGBC. IGBC. This is not there in your course, but I am going to explain this because this is very, very important to know. One must know. IGBC, that is Indian Green Building Council. Indian Green Building Council. So this is one of the popularly used, most widely used rating system even today in India. This is the most popularly used rating system. And this has came into existence in 2001 itself. That means before LEED itself, before GRIHA. Is it clear? Why this thought has came into picture? Because in 2001, I think, in 2001, okay, there was more global warming has started. Okay, so everyone has started to think, okay, why can't we go ahead with a sustainable environment or green built environment so that we can preserve this nature. We can preserve this nature. Okay, so this thought has been came. So they went with this green building movement, I can say, green building movement, okay, in 2001. Okay, so this IGBC was formed by CII. This was formed by CII, that is Confederation of Indian Industry. Confederation of Indian Industry. So the CI people has started this concept of IGBC. Okay, their vision of IGBC, or why they have been started. What is the vision of this IGBC? The first vision is enable sustainable built environment. Enable sustainable built environment. Sustainable built environment for all. So for everyone, enable sustainable. So this is the vision. That means everyone almost in India need to follow the sustainable built environment. Okay. Next, India to be one of the global global leader in sustainable built environment. Sustainable built environment by 2025. So they got the vision of 25 years. So 2001 they have been started. Okay, within 25 years, okay, they have a vision that India need to be one of the global leader in creating or developing the sustainable built environment so that we can attain these green building or green building concepts. Did you get my point? Next. And here what I can say that in IGBC, okay, we know that there is some of the tangible benefits and also some of the intangible benefits are there. Tangible benefits and intangible benefits are there from this IGBC. That means direct and indirect benefits. The tangible benefits are what I can say reduce generating cost. That is what the tangible benefit, reducing generating cost. We can reduce the cost. The second one is optimize life cycle economic performance. That is the second tangible benefits. Okay, optimum life cycle economic performance of a building. That is second tangible benefit. Like that, intangible benefits are environmental benefits. That means indirect way. Okay, environmental benefits, health and safety benefits. Okay, and improve productivity of occupants. These are the intangible benefits we are going to attain if we create a sustainable built environment or green environment. Did you get my point? Okay, so these are the tangible and intangible benefits. Okay, now as per IGBC, okay, in IGBC they have made a version of 2.0. They got several versions. Okay, if you just Google, okay, go and Google with www.igbc.co.in, you will get a website where you can see the guidelines followed by IGBC for certifications. Okay, in that they have been developed, there are two versions. Now they have been followed version 2.0 or 2.0. Okay, so there they used to say that, okay, they are going to rate the buildings in terms of, okay, tenant occupied building and tenant not occupied buildings. That means what I can say, something like self-owned building or, okay, what I can say, rental building, something like that. Okay, and they are also going to classify residential building, commercial buildings, industrial buildings. Is it clear? So they got a separate, clauses in the case of IGBC. Now if I come with respect to categories, what are the categories which I am going to look in order to rate the green building as per IGBC? The first thing, and almost I can say IGBC and the LEED certification is almost same. Okay, the first thing is site selection and planning. Site selection and planning. This is the first category. This is the first category as per IGBC, site selection and planning. So you know, sustainable site selection, sustainable site planning, site selection and planning, all are the same. Next, coming to the next, sustainable architecture design. Sustainable architectural design. So this is the new thing they have been accommodated in the case of IGBC, the new terminology, sustainable architectural design. Okay, next, water conservation. Water conservation. Water conservation. Next category, energy efficiency. Energy efficiency. Next, building materials and resources. Building materials and resources. Building materials and resources. This is the next category. Next, indoor environment quality. One, indoor environment quality, that is the sixth one. Next, innovative and development, that is seventh. Innovative and development. So this is the seventh category. So these are the 7 categories in which are attributes in which I am going to rate the green building as per IGBC. And here also we got some individual points here. If I go with the site selection and planning, the total or maximum points, okay, sorry, in the site selection I am going to give 14 points. 14 points. In sustainable architectural design I am going to give 5 points. Okay. Next, water conservation I will go with 18 points. And energy efficiency 28 points. That is the maximum marks or points. Next, building materials 16 points. Indoor environmental quality 12 points. Innovative and development 7 points. Okay, so like this I have given the maximum points. Here also you can see for O&M, that is energy efficiency, waste management, water management, for all these things, okay, they have accommodated the maximum points. That means during O&M, that is operation and maintenance, how best you have created the sustainable built environment or green built environment to the occupants so that they can feel comfort inside the building. So that is very important here. Is it clear? So this is regarding the categories. Now, if I come up with the certification systems as per IGBC, if I come up with the certification systems, okay, if I come up with a certification system, I will start with rating, points. So they have made a 3 classes, and recognition. Rating, points, recognition. So coming to the rating, so I am going to rate the basic level certified. The green building is certified. If I get a points of 40 to 49, then the recognition I am going to give is good practice. So this is the one more thing they have been added in IGBC. This was not there in other rating system. Next, I will move with the silver, that is 50 to 59, okay, 50 to 59, best practice, best practice. Next, gold rating system, okay, that is 60 to 74, 60 to 74, outstanding practice, outstanding practice. Next, we will move on to the platinum rating, that is 75 points to 89 points, and that will be national excellence, national excellence. Okay, so this is the next one. Next, super platinum. So this is the one more thing they have been given. Super platinum. This is not there in any other rating system. Super platinum, it is from 90 to 100. Okay, this will be global leadership. Okay, global leadership. So these are the ratings, points and recognition given as per IGBC. So these are all the rating system which I am going to follow as per, okay, the what I can say, the rating system in Indian context. In IGBC, you can be if you are a civil engineer, you can go ahead with a IGBC membership, okay, individual membership, lifetime membership, and also you can become a green building consultant. You can, go and do the evaluation process. You need to clear one exam, okay, that is called certification exam. You need to attend that exam, okay, you need to undergo that course, you need to attend the exam, and then you need to clear that exam. Then only you can be a green building consultant. You can become a green building consultant if you go into clear that exam. That is the provision that you need to thoroughly know about IGBC. That book is there, okay, that version 2 book you need to know thoroughly. Once if you know that thoroughly, you can clear that exam and you can become a green building consultant, or you can become a green building consultant. You can open your own office and you can go and evaluate the green buildings. It has got a better opportunity you got. Okay. So this is about the green building rating system. So I can say from the last session we have been discussed the various types of rating system. In the last session I have been discussed what are all the rating system that is followed globally, and in this session what is the rating system that is followed in India. Is it clear? So this is regarding the rating system, and this completes the one bit of module number 4, and in the next bit I am going to start, or from the next session I am going to start green architecture and design. How to go ahead with, because I am keep on saying site selection, planning, architecture and design and all, how to go ahead with this. That I am going to talk in the next session. Hope the things are clarified. Whatever the rating system which have been discussed today, that is the 3 rating system which we are going to follow with respect to Indian context. Thank you for listening.